Alright, here we are. I consider this my first travel video. I traveled from Nepean, Ontario to Orleans, Ontario. And if you know what that means, then you're in the know. So I showed up, I took a Tesla this morning, 11:30 a.m. And I was supposed to arrive here at around noon, which I did. And Jaryd was supposed to be there. Jaryd wasn't there. Apparently he had an urgent business meeting. He had to go do like an urgent lunch meeting. So I got stuck kind of talking with his roommates for about half an hour until eventually they said, oh, you have to go. We have things to do. We have places to be, people to see. So I was like, okay, I understand, guys. I waited outside for about an hour or so, had a phone call with my mother, had another phone call with my father, had another phone call with my mom, and then I'm like, this is getting cold. So I was like, oh, I think I saw a Chinese restaurant. I walked over here to Charlie Chan. Here I am, very nice and warm. They greeted me wonderfully. Charlie Chan's in Orleans on Ennis Road. I highly recommend it. This is their info. So they're located right here. 3615 Ennis Road. And I highly recommend it. Very good. It's like the best chicken balls. I already ate all the chicken balls. I think I have one spare rib. Very good. My mom and I were talking, and I told my mom I'm getting some chicken balls at a Chinese place, and my mom thought that was such a great idea. That has to be one of her favorite foods. So we'll see if Jaryd comes through. We're supposed to be working today, and I'm not sure what happened. I think he had like an emergency meeting, basically, he had to go to. Everything seems to be lining up for 2025, though. I'm planning a trip down to Florida, February 6th, 7th, 8th. I'll be in Orlando, Florida, for the LifeWave training conference. It's basically like a boot camp type training for LifeWave. I'll put a link to my LifeWave store down below. Then I'm headed to flying out of Orlando on either the 8th or the 9th to Mexico. I will be not live streaming, but doing similar YouTube travel videos like this. I guess I'll just do them portrait. Maybe if I'm eating, I'll do a portrait video. If it's more out and about, I'll use my selfie stick with the gyroscope and do it landscape. I think that's a good idea. And then when you see a portrait video, you're like, oh, that's one of those eating videos. And if you see the portrait, you're like, oh, that's a walk and talk. Look at this. Yum. That's the spare rib sauce. Very sweet. Mix that in bit with the chicken fried rice. Very good. This will be the first of many travel, restaurant, cafe, just sit and eat and talk. if you've ever heard of Kurt Kaz or Bald and Bankrupt, they do these types of videos, right? But, well, you might as well, if you're sitting down eating, might as well make a little video. Well, they're very busy getting lots of calls. And they're like, oh, he's having a video call. But really, I'm just talking to you guys. Thank you so much. Very good.
Okay.
Oh. Seems like a nice elderly man. He's obviously retired from some career. Probably worked in the government or corporate world, or maybe was a car salesman or something. Seems like a really great guy though. Yum. Can I leave this somewhere?
Good.
Very good.
No problem. Okay.
And I will come back if you have me.
Sure,
Would
thank
you have me back someday?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. That's like I was freezing my feet. But I'm lucky I dressed warm. I put on my winter boots. I had my winter hat, so I dressed warm.
It's getting cooler.
Oh, it's getting cold with the wind.
Yeah.
And there was like a little bit of rain mist coming down. But then the sun came out. The sun came out for a bit.
Not now.
Now it's getting cloudy again. And it's getting cold. You're right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So maybe we should continue this adventure. Yeah, good idea. I don't have my selfie stick. Eat that up, YouTube algorithm. Charlie Chan, famous Chinese food. My aunt lives in Jamaica. She loves it in Jamaica. It's very warm and she loves the people. Do you have family in Jamaica?
Huh?
Do you have family in Jamaica?
We're talking about the weather.
Oh, the weather is much nicer in Jamaica.
Of course.
It's warmer, you know, Mexico, Jamaica, Florida. Very warm.
They're tropical.
It's like tropical region, right? Close to the equator. And it's very warm. It's like Caribbean, like Latino America, Colombia, Brazil. It's very warm there this time of year. And it's, you know, it's still winter, so it's a bit cooler, but it's a lot warmer than Ottawa. Oh, still a bit cold.
don't want to rent it. They don't want to sell it. Because there's too much stuff.
Here we go. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. I hope you do lots of business this week. Make lots of money. And I'll tell people it's the best Chinese food in Orleans. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a wonderful day. Bye. And hey, Happy New Year. You're gonna have a very lucky New Year. All three of you. And me too. Thanks so much. Bye. Bye for now. What's your name? What's your name? John? I'm Andrew. Nice to meet you. My mom is Lois. My dad is Tim. Yeah. And I'm born in Hawkesbury.
Your parents are in Hawkesbury?
They met here in Ottawa, and then they moved to Van Cleek Hill, had a farm, fruits and vegetables, some sheep, and that's where I grew up for 20 years until I went to Algonquin College. And then my sister went to Waterloo University. She's 2 years younger. But she lives near Toronto now. And what about you? Where did you go to school, John?
Me?
Where did you go to school? You a car salesman, or where did you go to school?